Hey there folks, Martin Pavey here. Welcome back to the channel, and I've got a new backdrop for you. Same stretch of river, but every year there's a lovely fair that goes on in Chatsworth Park, and this side of the river, the pathway is opened up for about a month. And the funny thing is, I've actually walked along the approach road that leads to a very, very nice caravan site. And I've always wanted to cross this bit of the river and be able to have a completely different view. I'm actually just going to turn you around and show you the beautiful surroundings here. And to let you know today that simplicity is the key. Simplicity is the game changer. So it's very important that you do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message, because we make things incredibly complicated as human beings. We try and rationalize the chaos of the world and feel great desperation to sort things out, but also make things really, really complicated and stressful. And we seem to want to do that to fill time. Actually, I think I witness a lot of people who, through their behavior only, not because you never know what people's true motivators are, but through their behavior would much rather make things fantastically convoluted and stressful and are constantly, and I'm sure that you've done this in your time, I have certainly done this in my time, find ways so many ways of getting in our own way, of ways of avoiding what we know that we have to do. And I had a fantastic night's sleep, and I'll tell you what, through my various podcast, escapades, there are certain tips and tricks that you pick up. And in one podcast I was watching fairly recently, somebody said, I've been having really vivid and amazing dreams by turning off the phone, turning off your phone completely, but also turning off the Wi-Fi. And last night I made it a hat trick by actually turning off my computers completely. And I'll tell you what, the dream that I had was honestly it was like a full production, mass budget Hollywood film. It was so intricate and so vivid and colourful and lifelike. And it may seem like you have to have loads of different inputs to create these outcomes, but I don't think that you do. I think returning back to the basics, to making things really simple and just getting on with things, no matter how scared you are, because everybody is frightened. Everybody. There isn't a person in the world who doesn't have a certain amount of anxiety, but there's a tiny group of people that simply don't let it stop them. I think that's what simplicity really comes down to. It's acknowledging that we don't know what we're doing, 100%. We don't have all of the answers. And I talked fairly recently on another video about not needing to have all the answers. You just have to have a certain amount of information, and even if that information is just knowing what it is that you want to do, establishing that, being honest with yourself. Because to me, one of the principles that guides me is the what, knowing what to do is very rarely the problem. It's the how. And what stops us actually carrying out the how is all of the things that I've mentioned. It's fear, it's social, social ostracism, and not being in the group and not being accepted, and what will people think, all the usual stuff, again, the stuff that we know. But you have to put it into practice. So you can watch, I love watching podcasts. You can watch 1,000,001 podcasts, but unless you actually implement the wisdom, unless you actually execute and carry out the knowledge and the wisdom, because to me, knowledge is not actually, it's not really information, you know, it's action, imperfect, consistent action. And it's consistency that gets a lot of people. You might have a grand plan and do something for 2 or 3 days, but the beautiful thing, the organic growth of this YouTube channel is that every single day I turn up and I record the YouTube video, and I share it on the various platforms. People watch and they come at the channel from, different directions, and it's growing organically. And the more effort that I put in to spread the word of this, the more people come to it, more people interact and make comments. And even if it's just one person, you never know that just by putting yourself out there, you have no idea the impact that you can make. You don't know how powerful and transformational your message that you're pushing could actually be. So the main thing is just to get started, and everything you'll find will fall into place more and more, and you'll encounter new people, you'll have different conversations, you'll learn new things, you'll put them into practice, and you'll become stronger and more resilient. It's all about confidence and consistency, turning up every single day, do a piece of the jigsaw, learn a few bars of the piano piece, go out on a walk, do a different route, wear different clothes, keep it fresh, keep it exciting and engaging. You've got it within you. So be brave and be bold and be beautiful, because that's what you are. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Martin Pavey. I am thrilled to have all of you here on the channel. Thank you all for your support. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message. And I look forward to seeing you on another joy-filled video. Ciao for now.